Yo, hey everybody, how we doing today? Look who I have on this stage with me. None other than the John Felix himself from
Hello.
Florida.
Hello, everyone.
Yay. I'm
All
supposed to
right.
put sound effects and stuff, huh, John?
Sure.
No, John is gonna kick off this fabulous discussion with a tune of the day. Let's hear it, John.
Oh, whoa. I
Right
am?
on the spot.
All right. So,
Genius.
man, boy, oh boy.
What's on the mind today?
How about, uh,
Give us the Felix rap.
uh, Greece is the word, it's the word, it's the reason. It's got truth, it's got meaning. I can't do this on the spot. It's not that easy as people think.
Boom! Look at that. I couldn't have even done that.
Come on.
We cannot start an internet discussion without John singing for us.
I would have done a lot better if I knew you wanted that. That's fine. That's fine.
No, it was perfect. So, yeah, we'll let some people get in here. I won't have a lot of people in here. I'm not as famous as the rest of all you
I'm
older
not that
folks.
famous anymore anyway, so it's all good. I just posted it in my community tab. Let's see if anyone shows up.
Right on. Okay.
Regardless, we do it to do it anyway, so it's not we'd like for 1 million views on every video, but regardless, we're gonna put up the video.
Yep, that's us. Relentless perseverers of justice for all. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I was at a meeting last night, a little town meeting, a little town council meeting. They've never seen me before. They had no idea who I was, right? I'll say the Pledge of Allegiance anywhere because there is messaging to it, but that does not mean that I am pledging allegiance to a fucking flag. What does it mean to you, John?
I always just yell the republic really loud and don't say the rest.
Yeah.
Because that's the part everyone forgets. We're not a democracy. That word is not in the Constitution. That word is used as a buzzword because you'll never hear anyone say republic on regular television. As a matter of fact, you barely hear anyone say republic anymore because of the constant decades-long brainwashing with the word democracy. They want that word democracy because it means that 51% can tell the other 49% what to do. And whereas a republic, you have certain inalienable rights, regardless of how democratic, you can't vote them out, so to speak. So that's the huge difference, and that's a big difference. It's huge.
It is. And I don't know why we're not having more of those conversations about individual rights, but we're not. But this is the state of affairs we're in. We got an Democrat AG running here with the word republic in his campaign messaging. I'm in shock. Of course, he's just, appeasing to probably the unaffiliated and libertarian base that's raging in the state of Colorado right now. Because
what do you think of libertarians?
I was in the party.
I thought we're like more liberty-minded libertarians.
You and I, but there are big L libertarians that are literally just a faction of the Democrats or Republicans, and they've ruined the party.
That party was co-opted too. Like Bill Maher claims to be a libertarian, and he's anti Second Amendment. It's like, you're not a libertarian. That all that shit's got to go, man. Like, there shouldn't be party. There should either be 10 parties or none, because this 2-party game is just sleight of hand. That's all it is. It's like the magician can pick you. The magician can get you to pick one of the two. It's not a problem for them. It's when you have too many parties or no parties at all, then they start scrambling. Oh my God.
Yeah. Imagine not participating in the process of picking which ruler you're going to subscribe to their agenda for the next 4 years. I just said that yesterday, 2 days ago. If you're still playing the R and L game, you are the problem.
Yes, you lost.
Yeah, it's government. It's us versus them. This is why you and I, our talking points are almost identical, although I am not stealing your talking points.
Even if you are, go for it, please.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
And that's part of what we're doing today, everybody, is I invited John to come have this conversation with me because I wanted it to be an intelligent, grounded conversation in honesty and the truth about the direction that we activists and auditors, whatever you call yourself, are going.
Conspiracy theorists, truther, sovereign, the reason they come up with those names and buzzwords is to not have to have the conversation. They could just dismiss you.
Yeah. And you take full credit for me shifting my conversations about sovereign citizens with your infamous video about who really are the sovereign citizens.
That's really a highlight of my life, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm. Well, when the rubber meets the road.
It's so true. It's so true. How the hell are you, some guy with the power of the state, million brotherhood strong, blue line, you're all in one gang, you all have immunity, have the nerve to call someone else sovereign? You are textbook, by definition, a sovereign citizen. You are sovereign from the laws the rest of us have to adhere to. Period. So again, that's why I get so triggered when that term is used against Americans, because by definition, you're sovereign from the rest of us. By textbook, to the letter, definition, you are sovereign from the rest of us.
Do we not make laws that exclude them from laws that we must follow, or we will be locked in a cage? Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah. We have laws that give them sovereignty.
Not us.
Right.
So
the fact that a cop won't arrest another cop, that tells you everything you need to know. And a cop could see his buddy unlawfully unalive somebody right in front of him, and it'll be like, oh man, we got internal affairs. Everybody mute their body cam, internal affairs. Or like, I don't know, have you seen the Tyrant Terminator one where the chief grabbed him, yoked him up, threw him in the back room, and started beating on him?
Which
Tyrant Terminator audit that James Snow, I believe is his name. Oh. He was just doing an audit. He was violated by the police chief. All charges dropped. He went in to file a complaint against the chief. The chief and two of his cops were with him. They just grab him, throw him against the wall, throw him into this room. He turns around and says, make sure your cameras are off. And he starts choking and punching Tyrant Terminator audits right in the face. And he lost his job as a police chief, but he didn't get arrested. He got like 2 years probation. The cops that were with him didn't get arrested, didn't lose their job. They just shut off their cameras and stood there while he beat on Tyrant Terminator.
Where was this, John?
This is Tyrant Terminator audits, I believe, is in California.
Wow. And this happened recently?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just did a cover video yesterday about it.
I need to go watch that. I missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, basically, he takes him in the back room, tells the other two cops to shut off the camera, and he just starts beating on him because he doesn't like him. Period.
That's where we're at. That's the state of our country.
It really is. We're third world at this point.
And for those of us that are out, plus-sized model, I just saw you. You're not a plus. John's looking good. You're feeling good still, right?
Yeah. Still plus size, but yeah,
Oh, bullshit.
Let me twirl.
So, nice broad shoulders. Yes, very good. Manly man.
Thank you.
I like it. John and I want to, first of all, for those of you that don't know who John is, you need to. So you should go subscribe to his channel if you've just followed me locally or whatever. John's in Florida. John was my launch into YouTube with my very first interview of being thrown in a cage by a tyrant chief in a rural in a rural town in Colorado, and John took the time to want to get to know me in that situation. And from then on, I have the utmost respect for John and everything he does. We agree on everything. We're really the oldies in this whole thing. There are so many younger people than us in this.
Yep.
They take all their notes from us, like Long Island audits and Freeman, and that's why they're so good. It's because of us. Good at what they do. But anyway, if you don't know John, you need to. So go subscribe to his channel. But why I invited him here today is because I know philosophically we're going to align, and I seriously want to rewrite this police officer oath, wherein it's pretty it is standard across the country that they're swearing an oath to uphold the Constitution. And I want this to become a new message, because we activists, auditors, whatever you call yourself, are spinning our wheels in repeating the message to honor your oath. Does that mean we are anti-American, un-American for wanting the police to tell us the truth? I don't think so. John, I hope you don't think so, because I think our message is falling on deaf ears repeatedly because we don't change it up into the truth, and we expect to repeat the same things for better results. We're not getting them. And I want this to be a nationwide movement. I want to rewrite this oath. I want to put it on business cards. And when you're having police contact, I want those business cards to be handed to these asshole cops that have no business being cops, and a reminder to them that they swore an oath to the Constitution, but they don't even know it exists. So that's really my goal in my little world on YouTube and being an activist. And so nobody better to do this with than John Felix. So I want suggestions from people in the chat. I asked a few people in some of my previous streams to email me with ideas. I sent John the officer oath of the Denver Police Department, and we're going to use the Denver Police Department as an example. I have had numerous, you guys, that's another whole 10-hour stream for a different day about the amount of times I've been thrown in a cage by the Denver Police Department simply for speech. I've sued Denver. We won that case. They retaliate all the time against me. So, as many of you know, if you don't know, you need to know, my work is grounded in helping the homeless community in this state and pretty much anywhere else that I can. But it's grounded right here in Denver. And one of the reasons I started my nonprofit is because I fully believe that a society is defined by how it treats or allows its weakest, sickest, and poorest to be treated in its society. Okay. So the Denver Police Department has been an atrocity on the homeless community. They still are. And we're going to use an example of what happens when the Denver Police Department wants to continue to violate weak people. And so, John, I sent you that oath. Let's look at it.
Okay. Oh, that's small writing. Let me grab my old man glasses. I'll be right back.
All right. So it should be up here on the screen. And this is from their manual. Let's make this full screen. Hold on. You guys, I'm sorry. I'm weak on StreamYards. So this is their code of ethics. So, as a law enforcement officer, my fundamental duty is to serve mankind, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all men to liberty, equality, and justice. Wow. Is that a loaded first paragraph, John? Did you hear that?
I wanted to pause it like 20 times.
Yeah, and tell the truth as to why none of that is the truth. But let me keep reading. I will keep my private life unsullied like when I beat the shit out of my wife or get pulled over for drunk driving, or as an example to all. Maintain courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule. Develop self-restraint and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others. Honest in thought and deed in both my personal and official life. I will be exemplary in obeying the laws of the land and the regulations of my department. Wait.
Yeah.
Laws of the land.
Can't do both. Regulations. You can't do both. That's the problem.
Whatever I see or hear of a confidential nature, or that is confided to me in my official capacity, will be kept ever secret. Like when my boss tells me to go out and try to throw Regan Benson in a cage again, unless revelation is necessary in the performance of my duty. John, define that. What is revelation?
Revelation. Read that sentence again, please.
Whatever I see or hear of a confidential nature, or that is confided to me in my official capacity, will be kept ever secret unless revelation is necessary in the performance of my duty.
I'll keep it secret up until the point where it benefits me not to, and then I'll just say whatever I need to in order to save my own ass or the ass of one of my colleagues.
Say or do, right? Revelation. Right. Okay. I will never act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudices, animosities, or friendships to influence my decisions, with no compromise for crime and with relentless prosecution of criminals. I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately, without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence, and never accepting gratuities. Never employing unnecessary force. How many videos do you think are made on the daily, John?
Yeah, go ahead.
Use of force videos. Unnecessary use of force.
So that's the thing. We've done our job. We've exposed that this is all lies. So this is lies. Everything in there, they do the opposite. Everything that, if they might as well hand that to them and say, everything you see in here, do the exact opposite. Because we need arrests. We need the jails full. You know, conflate public versus private property. Don't ever pretend to know the ID law. Don't ever learn the ID law. And the last thing we better see you doing is entering some law library or reading some law book. We don't need that, okay?
I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith. And I accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of the police service. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself before God to my chosen profession.
Jesus Christ.
Law enforcement.
Dude, that like somebody went to ChatGPT and typed in, pretend you're the best cop in the world, also a family and moral person, and you're applying to be a cop, and you have to write the most impressive resume possible to get the job, and then click enter on that ChatGPT, and this is what it would have wrote, because none of this is true. None of this reflects 99% of cops I've seen in my life. None of this. It's crap.
Okay, you said 99%.
Yeah.
Do they get it right sometimes?
Do cops get it right sometimes?
Uh-huh.
You mean specific situations? Sure. But overall, they're violated. You can't be a cop and uphold the Constitution at the same time. They train you to violate it. So you have to make a choice. Be part of this corrupt government, be a cop, and violate people's rights because you're going to be trained to do it. Or you're a constitutionalist and you believe in individuality and the core principles of this country and individual freedom. You can't do both.
Mm-hmm.
when you eat a cookie.
Are there good cops?
Are there good cops? See, I think even the good ones, I don't know if you can see me, I'm making air quotes, but
No.
the good ones, while they might have good meaning or intent in their heart, they must be completely ignorant because, just like I said, being a cop and upholding the Constitution, you can't do it, because if you're a cop and you upheld the Constitution, you would be arresting cops every single day. You would have to arrest cops. You would have to arrest politicians. You would have to arrest judges in order to be a Constitution, an oath, upholder of your oath.
That's my definition to a good cop as well.
Right.
When people tell me that I need to respect the good cops, my immediate response is, show me one. First off.
Who are you talking about?
But know that the definition to a good cop is this, what you just said. And then I redirect the conversation into, now, are there nice cops?
Oh, yeah.
Abso-frickin-lutely. A ton of them.
Mm-hmm.
On the daily. And they're so nice that they might almost deceive you into believing that if the rubber met the road, that they would not put that round dead center in between your eyes. And that's not true, because
it's not true. They'd be polite. They would politely take your life.
Yes. And I fully believe that's exactly what many of them would like to do with me here. And I don't
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't think I'm off base at all. I don't think I'm being paranoid. I don't think I'm.
I bet you there's at least 50 or 60 of them that want to do that to you. What do you mean off base?
My mouth.
No, you're not off base at all. You're not off base. They don't like people like us that have an opinion and aren't scared to voice it. They can't stand it. They're not allowed to. They're not allowed to have an opinion and voice their opinion on their job, and they definitely can't stand that we can just willy-nilly go firing off and saying whatever we want.
And we're peaceful people.
Huh?
We're peaceful people. We don't go around.
Oh, no, you're combative.
But listen, that's the story they're trying to tell right now. You may not know this, but I want to talk about that for a second. But let's finish this page.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last thing we have to say on this page. So all of that combined code of ethics comes down to this police officer's oath. I do solemnly swear by the ever-loving God that I will support the laws and Constitution of the United States and of the state of Colorado and the charter and ordinances of the city and county of Denver, and that I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of police officer of the city and county of Denver, to which I have been appointed. Now, that's the part I want to rewrite, John. And with all of that, do we remove the Constitution entirely from that oath? I think so.
If you want to make it honest.
Yeah.
If you want to make it honest, you just write the exact opposite of what's written there, and you'd have a realistic police guide. The funny part is all that stuff's written, and it all sounds great. It's just like at corporations, man. You go to work for a corporation, you go to orientation. In this company, we strive to do this and we strive to do that, and diversity and equality, and our official language is English, and this is what we expect, and this and that. And then 3 days you go orientation. This actually happened to me at the casino. And then the first day after orientation, I went into the job I was supposed to do, and someone walks by and screams the N-word. It's the first thing, the first day, the first minute I clocked in. After 3 days of orientation, everything's great here. I mean, they make it sound like, oh my God, this is the greatest company ever. And then as soon as I walk in, someone walks by and screams the N-word. I'm like, wait a second. And then the reality was when I was on shift. Orientation was the fantasy. Just like this fantasy here, this guide you just read me, that's a complete fantasy. Reality is what we, the auditors and activists throughout the decades have been showing you. And it's not everything we show you on camera is the exact opposite of what you just read. So we know the deal.
But without that Constitution, they have no roadmap to follow to do their job.
Well, they're not using it anyway. Their GPS has been broke for a long time. Dude, it's structured just like a corporation too. Like they can break laws and then they review to see if they've violated any of their own policies. I'm not saying you violated your own policy. I'm saying you broke the law. Mm-hmm. They're like, okay, we'll get back to you. And then it's always, we know you asked if that you're complaining that we broke the law, but we reviewed this and we noticed that we didn't violate any of our own policies. Who cares about your policies? You violated the law. They just find a way out of accountability at every turn.
They do. And on that note, listen, I need people to send me suggestions. Okay, email me, community forums for us.
I swear I'll always act with emotion. I swear to never be reasonable. I swear that I'll have a preconceived notion to every stop I'm going to already formulated in my head before I've even arrived. I swear to shoot first and ask questions later. I swear that my feelings trump any Supreme Court decision or Constitution. I can keep going.
My master, my mayor, my Denver Mayor Johnston, when he calls me to his office, I swear to get down on my knee.
I swear I swear that I was not elected by the people, and I swear to the mayor, who is basically a corporate head guy of a corporation, the city. I don't even think police, like city police, to me are unconstitutional because the sheriff's elected, right? And he's a law enforcement officer. The mayor's not a law enforcement officer, and he gets to pick the police chief, so the chief's unelected. Everyone below him is unelected, and they literally answer to the mayor. So, and another way you can prove that, and you know this firsthand, is if you go to a meeting, a city council meeting, and the mayor could literally be violating your rights right in front of the cops. As soon as he says to one of them, get him out of here, no matter what is going on, they're going to get you out of there, no matter what law the mayor is violating right then. They don't go by the law.
They follow orders. So that definitely has to be how this is written. And on that note about what a danger you and I are with our mouths. Denver's most recent attempt, I'm going to trial on February 12th. I don't know if you know, I don't know if you even know this is going on. We haven't talked in a while or caught up on the most recent criminal case for me. But I was doing a live stream, and I can't talk too much about these details because they literally are scouring my YouTube channel. And John, I don't know if you saw my post I made, my last post I made. They wrote a warrant for Google to turn over every single bit of information about my subscribers.
What?
Yes.
Really?
They have invested so much insane time. The Denver Police Department, their counter threats department, because of a live stream that I did, wherein I'm just going to flat out tell you, a commander just fucking bald-faced lied about what was said and how it was said, and in the context of what it was said. This commander and this detective, they just lied and wrote all these warrants like they do. And they came up with one misdemeanor charge for me for, I don't even know what the statute is. I'm not even going to, it's one charge for making a publicly available on the internet a protected person's personal information, private information. We have this unconstitutional law here that states there's a class of people that are protected from information that's publicly available, from it being put on the internet that's publicly available on the internet. I shit you not. This is crazy. This law has been used twice since its inception in the state of Colorado, which was in 2005. It's been charged twice and both times dismissed. And Denver is going forward with this charge on me. But in the process, they wrote this all-expansive warrant, and a district court judge signed it. Here,
a warrant to go
to
after
Google
your subscribers?
they want all of your personal information, credit card information, address, social security number, everything about every single subscriber. And when my attorneys reviewed that, they're like, yeah, well, let's see what happens with this. And we're all kind of thinking, is Google really going to be this stupid? Well, they sent them a file.
Mm-hmm.
They sent them a file last week. And my attorneys can't even get through it. It's so expansive. It's so involved, if you will. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what's in it, but I did let all my subs know that this happened. And so every single one of you that have been part of my channel, and it was for a 6-month time period also. I think it was from March of last year through the end of September. So when this case is done, we're going to talk more about that. And I'm actually going to publish that warrant, because you all have a right to know what this Denver Police Department, the lengths they are going to do this with me, to shut me down and shut me up. It's intense. But I want to talk about this letter right now on that note, because what this is an IA investigation determination letter from the Denver Police Department. Notice the date says September 22nd. I just got this the other day. Mm-hmm. They drafted this back in September, but we have a process here in Denver that's supposed to give us a civilian layer of oversight to police investigations, right? Well, they don't have any power. They're a great entity written within Denver's charter, but they don't have any power to include subpoena power. So they can get body cam footage and thoroughly do their own investigations, right? Mm-hmm. They have to rely on how Denver does their investigations. So here's one. And this woman lives in homelessness, okay? And the Denver Police Department literally stole her home, her RV. For those of you that have followed me, you've seen this happen numerous times in Denver. They just go out and take this property. What do they do it on? Well, municipal ordinance, of course, right? And then you get no due process. So in this particular case, they went out there and took her RV. They did it unlawfully with this warrant that they supposedly had for this RV in this location. Well, the warrant was, it was a lie. Mm-hmm. And so she challenged it. This homeless individual challenged it. Look what they did in their determination letter. Additional investigation in the matter revealed the magistrate was in error when they released Miss Nichols' RV from impound. She got her fucking property back because this judge said, no, the law was not followed. The city attorney's office has since recidified the misunderstanding of roles and authority over seizure warrants for RVs issued by the Denver Fire Department. The city attorney will not even let the police department write their own warrants because they're too stupid. They have the fire department do it on ordinances that these RVs can be inspected for being a fire hazard. But the Denver Police Department goes out and determines what municipal traffic laws they have broke. They cite them, they build up all these citations, blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they go get this warrant through the Denver Fire Department and they go take their RVs. That's how Denver
So
is
they found a constitutional loophole like they always do.
It's not even a constitutional loophole. Well, sure, it is. They just go change the municipal law. But in this case, they couldn't even do that because they had broken the law so bad that the city attorney went to the judge and said, listen, we employ you. You're not going to do this shit again. And then they went out and took her RV again after they gave it back to her.
So what? The lady has an RV parked in public on a public street, I'm assuming?
Yep.
And what they want her to do? What? Move it around every couple of days or something?
Well, that's part of the ordinance. But the thing was, she even had insurance and registration.
So she's parked legally then?
Yes.
So what's the issue? That's too long?
It was a defective vehicle by ordinance that defines a junker vehicle because she had a crack in her windshield.
See, the real reason is people don't want homeless people in their neighborhoods because it makes it look bad and it runs down the neighborhood. That's the real reason. The fake reasons are municipal code, city ordinances, cracked windshields, defective thing. No one ever talks about the solution. The solution for police is arrest, harass, and push them so they go be homeless somewhere other than their city.
We know.
But a real solution is you have a homeless issue for whatever reason. It's a problem that needs to be fixed. Find an area of the city where these people can be set up. Create tiny houses, stainless steel rooms they can sleep in at night. Something. There's ways to solve problems without violence, and the government just doesn't ever want to do it the right way. They want to use violence.
They don't want to solve this
problem.
Because if they solve it, what the hell's the necessity for them? How do we say Denver's not getting 50,000 311 calls to address homelessness and it's a criminal violation? Do you know how many cops that they could justify getting rid of if they didn't have 40,000 calls for homelessness criminal issues? They want to perpetuate the problem, but they want to circumvent these people's individual rights by stealing every fucking thing they own. Their clothes, their food, their shelter,
dignity,
everything. Their animals. Dignity. Do you know how many times this fucking place has taken RVs with animals in it? Look, that's the shit that gets me fired up, right? But the bottom line is it comes down to these individual rights and upholding their constitutional rights. And these cops swear on an oath to do it. And nobody cares that they're not.
And they'll laugh at you right on camera when you say that to them. It's just a joke. Most Americans think the Constitution is not even a thing anymore. Like they think it's like they don't understand that it's the law. They don't get that it's the law of this country. They don't see it that way. They don't think about it. Cops don't think about it when they do their job. It's not important to them. And it always comes to a point where they have to do something to you. And there's just enough cops to dummy ratio that nothing's ever going to get done about it. It like literally has to happen directly to them or their family before like, oh, what do you mean I have rights? I didn't have to answer all those questions. I didn't have to give my ID. I didn't have to incriminate myself.
And I don't know if we stand a chance. We don't in our lifetime. But do you think these younger generations are going to be able to flip this around in the same ways that we've tried to? I mean,
I think it's a coin toss because right now it's going to be a battle of the artificial intelligence oligarchs and their hundreds of billions of dollars are thrown around to surveil you and everything that moves versus the kids who have all the technology in the world, but are they going to use it to expose corruption, or are they going to get caught up? It's almost like a race, because it's getting to the point where, think about this, Regan, when you and I were growing up, nothing could beat video evidence. Video doesn't lie.
Mhm.
But now video lies, and videos can be created. I tell my subscribers, if I'm in some location and they're watching me and they want to set me up, all they gotta do is, like, 2 doors down, make a video of me doing some crime and saying, "Oh, and he was there." His GPS will show he was there. His cell phone will show he was in the area. We could convict a ham sandwich with the federal jury. It's just depends who wins that race, and I hope it's the younger generation and not the government.
But does the younger generation, right here, Bohica, Constitution was written to bind the government, not the people.
Correct.
Do they get that?
No.
And we, of course, have public education to thank for that. The government is working exactly as we are commanding it to work. And people,
It's our fault.
conservatives, constitutional upholders, they claim they are. These same people are cheering on this surveillance state because it's solving crime. No, dummies, it's not. And they have manipulated the message, and you, more importantly, to convince you that that's what is actually happening, when it's you that they're after, and you're too stupid to understand it. The whole flock thing, those discussions going on here in Colorado, I don't know if you've caught them. They're huge here.
Yep.
And I literally thank my liberal progressive city council in Denver, Colorado, for saying, we're not doing this. I find it unfortunate that they've waited till now that we're faced with all this excessive federal immigration presence to do that. But they're doing it. And some of their messaging, I think, is incomplete, in that states shouldn't be sharing their information with the feds. Well, how come we haven't been pushing that all along? Why are we waiting now until this illegal immigration issue? What are your thoughts on that? I'm really curious.
My thoughts on the illegal immigration is, well,
and the surveillance stuff of it, and we got to get these people out of here. And
their surveillance stuff is not. They could say it's for illegal immigration, but it's for us. All that stuff is for us. They want to control us. If we don't know that by now, I mean, what are we talking about? Every government, anytime just to go into a government office and get a license renewal, they bark at you like you're cattle. And that's the ones without the guns. So what do you think the ones with the guns? They want to control you. It's all about control. The last thing they want is people freely driving, traveling, moving around anonymously. That's their biggest fear. They want to serial number you and everything in the world that moves and is worth a nickel. Why? What started that thread? I was about to keep cooking there.
Surveillance, immigration, and flock.
Oh, the immigration. So there's lots of people who want illegal immigration, and they want to bring down this country and its sovereignty and its core principles. So they let millions of people in here.
Back up.
Now,
am I going to screw you up if you back up?
Go ahead.
Illegal. What
about
defines illegal immigration?
Well, just the law. Someone's opinion.
This is a hot topic for those of us, right?
Yeah. So are you saying that we shouldn't have borders or what?
No.
What are you saying?
No. I'm not saying we shouldn't have borders, but when you're using the term illegal, what does that mean to the people that are coming over into this country when they're being let in? Right?
That's my issue.
This is that right versus left thing. Nobody had a fit. Nobody threw a fit when Obama deported many, many more out of
Mhm.
this country.
Right.
The liberals weren't throwing a fit about surveilling the immigrants that were coming in here during the Biden administration,
Mhm.
but now they are because Trump is in office, right?
Right.
I mean, these are things you and I know, but we talk up here. We have to remember that people that are sometimes tuning in for the first time just think that Trump is great. He's saving our country because the Democrats want to destroy it. Well, I'm for immigration. I'm for these people coming to this country looking for a better life. I'm not for you thinking that you can do it and other people are supposed to pay for it. And I think the messaging has got all screwed up in what defines illegal immigration. And do the feds have this level of constitutional power to create an agency to go in and ignore states' rights that claim Colorado, Denver, Colorado claims it's a sanctuary city and state? Do the feds have the right to be in here doing what they're doing because of illegal immigration? No, the answer is no. There is no legitimacy to the creation of that agency per the Constitution of the United States of America. You see how deep this goes?
So my questions there would be, okay, you're saying it's an unconstitutional agency to begin with. So are you saying immigration law shouldn't exist at all?
No.
So we don't want just anyone pouring over, obviously, right? Just
We don't want people with violent intentions. We don't want people with financial ruin intentions. So when are we
okay.
going
So
to?
so you're for legal, lawful, however you want to say it. You're lawful for lawful immigration. Just like my parents are immigrants. So
Are
I'm
they?
yeah, they're both from Greece. They immigrated over here legally. I don't know. They had to take citizenship tests and they were asked questions about the Constitution, believe it or not. So, yeah, we need to protect, in my opinion, we need to protect our border. But now, like you said, when they start letting them come in here, well, they're not upholding their own law. They're letting them come in here on purpose, right? And then as soon as you elect some half a retard, to me, Trump's a retard, bro. And if this offends people, sorry, man. He's not a constitutionalist. But so was Biden, so was Obama. I don't like any president because I'm a constitutionalist, and they're not constitutionalists. So let's get all that straight. It's not right or left for me. It's you're a constitutionalist and you believe in individual rights or you're not. And we have not had a president like that. So they let all these illegals come in. They didn't protect the border, is a better way to say it. They didn't protect the border. So people came in here not the proper way. They flooded all these cities. A lot of these cities became a political thing. They said they're sanctuary. Now you're talking about states' rights. They have the right to do that. I don't know. Because I'm sure the feds will say there's a supremacy clause in the Constitution, blah, blah, blah. But regardless of any and all of that, you could still remove in my opinion, the ones like the ones that are let in here, they never committed any crimes. They never took money from the taxpayer. All they did was live and work and were peaceful people. Those people should get amnesty because you let them in here. Now you wanted to ruin their lives with a bunch of masked gunmen. No, those people should get amnesty or work out some type of system where they agree or sign some kind of contract. I agree to, X, Y, and Z. Right. But any I don't know if it bothers you that I say illegal. Anyone that's here unlawfully and has committed any crime or has some violent past from anywhere in the world, they need to go. And you do it incrementally. The same way they came in here incrementally is the same way you're going to get them out. This storming cities with standing armies, that's hell no. Hell no. And I see people celebrating that, and I'm like, you retard. They're going to do that to you. They're not on your side. You think they're going to do that to them and not you?
Thank you. Yeah. We're in a hell of a mess with this. And look, Every single administration has refused to fix the immigration system. Why? Because if they do, it solves the problem. These people are pawns.
Yep.
These literally, these poor people. And you whatever. You can hate me for saying it, but if I was struggling and I couldn't even feed my child because of political strife in my country where I lived, I didn't have shelter, I didn't have any way to even care for my family, and somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, I can get you to America and it's okay. You'll be safe."
Oh, I don't blame him.
I do it.
I don't blame. I would do the same thing, but you at the same time, you must know that you might not make it there because
Sure.
that's fine.
But if
That's
I did,
fine. I
but if I
understand
did,
it. I understand 100%. You do what you got to do, man. That's all there is to it.
but that's why people don't understand that politics are not even about preserving the sanctity of life.
No.
See, these people are pawns, and this federal response going on in your state is not a good thing.
No.
And here in Denver, I'm not going to lie. I think I'm in a very safe place. And people say the opposite because we've lessened our laws to keep criminals locked up that are thieving, and they're coming here to commit all these violent crimes, all these immigrants. And well, they're sensationalizing that, of course, but don't tell me you don't have violent crime in Florida with DeSantis in charge, because you do. You have some heinous violent crime going on there in Florida, but your press and your government owns the messaging and the delivery to the people to convince them that everything's great in your state, while my state is falling apart because all these Democrats are letting all these immigrants in here to murder everybody. No, what's happening is the people in this state are not holding the police accountable to do the fucking job that they swore an oath to.
What kind of jobs are the illegals doing over there mostly? Is it agriculture and restaurant work?
Yeah, and processing.
So that's another thing that pisses me off. Most Americans have been brainwashed that they don't have to do those type of jobs, and they bring them in here to do those jobs. Now, if you kick them all out, who's going to do those jobs? American kids aren't going to go do those jobs.
Yeah, and
that's another conundrum right there. That if you got rid of all of them, now you got a bunch of industries that would just collapse.
And it's not like these people should. Well, it's not like they shouldn't be looked at and treated as slave labor.
Right.
And they're not stupid. Just because they got here doesn't mean they're stupid and they're going to work for you for $5 an hour.
No.
That's the other thing. Are they paying taxes?
Some of them do.
The tax system is a fraud.
Oh, the income tax is what turned me into an activist to begin with. So you're preaching to the choir there.
Right.
It's all a fraud. It's a Ponzi scheme, just like Social Security, just like government in and of itself is basically a Ponzi scheme. You give it something, it doesn't have anything, it's fake, and you got to keep feeding it so it can keep growing, so it keep justifying itself, and then bubbles burst, and then new laws are passed, and then the pyramid starts over. I mean, if you really want to get technical, 90% of government is useless waste. We don't need it.
Well, we love Trump for that. He's solving that problem. The economy's doing great.
Yeah. A+++ is what he said.
Yeah, we're off on a tangent. But full circle, it comes down to this oath and upholding your oath to this Constitution of the United States that's supposed to keep government in check. And now we have let government be the end-all decider to every single social ill that troubles anyone at any time, but it's still agenda-driven. I don't think government's ever going to solve these social ills intentionally. And until we bring that back full circle in an education system, I don't know that this younger generation is going to be able to get it done. I just don't.
I think it's going to take some bloodshed, unfortunately. And as far as the Constitution, that's all I got. That's all we got. What else? You take that away, which is they're dying to do. Some people still believe it's a law. But if they take that away, bye-bye free speech, bye-bye free assembly, bye-bye free press, bye-bye redress, bye-bye your freedom of religion, bye-bye your right to privacy, your right to due process, your right to a speedy trial, your right to a jury, your right to not be cruelly and unusually punished. All these rights are stem from that one piece of paper. And to be flippant and not care about that, the Constitution, is to your own detriment, and you're affecting millions of other people when you do that. It's like a butterfly effect. All it takes is for one idiot to say, why didn't you just give him your ID?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just step off the property? Why can't you just move down 20 feet? Why can't you just sit in the back of the bus? These are
How
our
many
rights, man.
arrests? How many
Huh?
arrests, though, can we take? Look at Henry.
Oh my God, they screwed him so bad.
That situation, if
There's,
anybody needs an example of what's coming,
that's
there it
it.
is.
Yeah, that's it. Wrong think. You thought he's a thought criminal.
Yep.
He thought a way he wasn't allowed to think, and he turned those thoughts into words that they didn't like, and they arrested him for his words because he
He's
said
going to be
kidnap
doing,
instead of arrest.
what's he going to be doing? Like 18 months total in these two cases, in these two counties in, where are we talking? Virginia, and where is he now?
I don't know, man. I feel so bad for that guy. And
I know.
it's just getting more depressing. They're cracking down harder on us, and less of us are going out. And we actually need, dude, we need 1 million auditors, honestly.
People are scared.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yeah, and I'm scared. What do you mean? Yeah, it's scary. No one wants to lose their freedom, not even for one night. It causes problems. It's a huge rift in your life, and they know it, and they have the power dynamic. Until we can wake some people up non-violently, this, like what we're doing right here, we're effed. We really are, man. It's depressing. Yeah. It's depressing. That's why I'm gonna put the headphones on and cut the grass and listen to some death metal or something.
Yep. And I think this is our generation too. We're like, we have put a lot of years into our activism, and I don't know, I say to myself, I'm done, and then inevitably somebody calls me and they need help. John, we got to help people
the best you can.
Yeah.
You can't just do everything for everybody else and nothing for yourself too, because then you really get crazy, man.
Yeah.
Regan, you're amazing, man. I mean,
not amazing. I'm just driven to preserve and keep this country at least what I was born into. My kids are born into something else defined as freedom to them, and I'm telling them, no, you guys, this is not how this is. You need to look at this Constitution and why, even when I was born, and we're supposed to depend on our parents to leave it in a better condition when they leave.
Right.
I feel this tremendous amount of guilt if I don't continue to do these things, at least for my grandkids.
I mean, the benefit we've had, we didn't have it at first, but when the internet came out, that was really a game changer. So our future generations have the internet. They're going to have even more technological advances to where they can oust bad people in society, and hopefully the good guys will win. I mean, that's all you can do. And in the meantime, is just hope that the generations will see and hear and start going, man, they were right. Man, they were just right, and we were wrong, and enough is enough, and let's figure some stuff out.
That's what drove me to say, we're not We're not preaching this oath anymore. I'm not. And I want others to think critically about it as well, because they're not doing it. And so I think it's kind of a flip in reverse psychology, if you will. You hand that to a cop and they look at that and go, is this really what they think? Because, this isn't right. That's what I want. I want people everywhere to start telling these cops, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. Don't demand they do it. Tell them they're not doing it. And you've got to keep them on camera.
Yeah.
When you just talked about all this technology about creating your own video, there's a police agency here that's doing it. They're using AI to write their reports from their body cam footage. Their body cams are producing their reports.
You know what? That might be good in the future, because a cop can never tell when a cop's report never matches his body cam. So hopefully AI will get good enough to be like, hopefully.
Yeah, until they figure out how to manipulate
right
the body cam footage.
That's true.
Right? So to your point about that, you can't ever have enough of your own cameras.
Nope.
On the scene, you guys. So for those of you that continue to do it, please continue to do it. I think we need to get better about doing it in groups. And I applaud you, John, on Audit Palooza and everything that you've put into that. And I need to get there. I do. John organizes, for those of you that don't know, Audit Palooza. It'll be in its 3rd year, right? You're doing it.
I might not do it again, but someone might pick up the reins.
Okay, it's a lot of work.
It was a big party, and all the auditors came out, and it was fun. It's a lot of fun.
There's a lot of competition, though, in this, and it has to do with YouTube, and that's what bothers me about this. You guys, this isn't a competition. It's about preserving freedom in this country. At least it is to me. That's what it is to you too, John. I know that.
I mean, I barely make any money, and I keep making videos, several videos a week. So if I'm in it for the money, I'm not a good businessman.
I got a $100 check last month from YouTube. I probably won't get one for another couple months.
There's only very few people that can make a living doing this, and you have to really bust that algorithm and be good at what you do. So
you got to dedicate your life to it. I could make a ton of money on YouTube. People love it when I go out and cuss out cops. It's great. Yeah. It's entertainment.
Yeah, but you're risking your freedom every time, and you could lose your freedom and or your life.
Yeah.
And like I wouldn't mind having 1 million subs like Sean and having a lot of money, but look what he's gone through. He's been arrested 12 times, go to court constantly, always have litigation and pressure on the back of your mind, because you could end up in jail because you have charges on you, and that stuff wears you down, man. To me, that's not worth it. I'd rather hang out with my lady and watch some Netflix series. See what I'm saying? I don't want, when I had my bicycle citations and that was hanging over my head for 2 months, bicycle citations, like nothing. That bothered me, that they had anything on me. I couldn't imagine them having things like Sean and Freeman and them have to go through, where they could do years in jail, and they're just like, I'll get a lawyer. No big deal. Keep making videos.
But John, that's the thing. They're big, they're huge, and they've got those attorneys. I am super fortunate to be as little as I am on YouTube and still be as successful as I am in Colorado. And it's only because we have a crop of exceptional civil rights attorneys in this state.
Wow.
And it's unfortunate that more people aren't seeing that and going out with legitimate intentions here in Colorado. We should have every agency on camera all across this state, and we don't. And I don't know why. I think every non-administrative person in government should be assigned a reporter. Mm-hmm. I like it.
So every move they make is documented in their public life, and they don't get to do anything. If anything, any rumor or anything happens, you just go, all right, what did he do on this day? This time he was here. This time he was here doing this. He gave this speech. Okay, he's good. He's clear. Or, oh, you weren't where you said you were.
An auditor. Hey.
Yes.
Private businesses have to do it constantly to stay in business.
Yes, you have
we gotta know if our employees are out pissing our money away. Yeah.
So everything that's common and practical in private sector business is also practical for government, but government doesn't like accountability, and their whole existence is stealing your money and doing whatever the fuck they want with it. So the last thing they want is auditors and people watching them. They've been working in the dark for decades like overlords, and now they're like, what do you mean you get to watch me and record me? And it's a shock to them. They can't believe that we have the nerve to come up to them with a camera and free speech. They like, what? Like they've been living in a different reality their whole lives, and it took internet and cell phone cameras to break their conditioning, and now they're pissed off.
Yeah, they are. They're not getting away with it in certain factions, like right here with the Denver Police Department and me.
Good.
Look, I'm just, some people say to me, well, you shouldn't do that. You should be a little nicer. Well, why would you do that? Because I can. If you do not push your mouth to the limits, I think the days are gone of dear police officer, could you please not do your job like that? I'm going to turn you into those days are gone, people. They're gone. I'm not going to go out there and beg a cop to do his job. I'll be nice. Hey, how's it going? The second you flip on me, you're going to get it times 10.
Good.
Because I can.
And we'd have our country
because
back.
I can, I should.
Absolutely. And we'd have our country back in like 2 weeks if every interaction with a government employee was, what the F do you want, bro? I'm trying to be a free person. Am I bothering you? Stop bothering me. Am I bothering you? If that was every interaction, every cop and government employee would think twice about saying anything to an American.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they deserve. You need to respect government as a bunch of horse shit. When did that start? The founding father said the most patriotic thing you can be is anti-government.
Hey, I live it. I mean, I practice what I preach. You can't fault me for that.
Well, I know. We need 1 million more of you. That's the thing. We're outnumbered, and the masses are still indoctrinated with left-right politics, social culture, BS nonsense, stupid laws, and stupid fucking unconstitutional bureaucracies. It's literally us versus them. They're against us, against our freedoms. We are for our freedoms, and if we don't fight, if we don't hang together, we're going to hang separate. Some important person said that.
United we stand, divided we fall. And on that note, that's why we're going to continue to work on rewriting the police officer's oath, because when the rubber meets the road, people, this is the government's army. And if you don't know that, you're dumb. You're uneducated. You better get educated. So,
and if you don't know, now you know, cracker.
Okay, we started with a song. Are you hyped up enough? You can end with one now.
Oh man. At the police coming straight from the underground. Regan's got it bad. She's not brown. It doesn't matter. They got a sawed off. They don't discriminate because they'll blow your head off. I'm getting nasty. I'm getting too far. We're going to get demonetized. And we're not even in the car. If you want to spar, if you want a black tar and feather, grab a girl named Heather and don't be a Karen, you splendid, grifting pleather.
Sean, you're awesome.
All right. Thanks for having me.
I knew this was going to be a great conversation. And with that, you guys, thanks for joining us. I want people to continue to give me suggestions on rewriting this oath. And John and I, we're going to have the final say. And when we produce this oath, we're going to put it on cards. And if you're okay with it, John, I want to sign our names to it.
Sure.
These cops, so they know my name.
Yeah, say it.
And know your name.
Say it.
Anything else you want to say before
I want to be called Spaghetti.
Eddie.
Spaghetti.
Freddy. All right, stay in here.
See you. Kick me out already.